Have you ever wondered what it's like to work on a cruise ship? We see the glitz, the glamour, the fun activities, and the incredible views. But behind the scenes, there's a lot more happening. The crew is the backbone of the entire experience, and they're working round the clock to make sure you have an amazing vacation. But as much as they love what they do, there are certain things they really wish passengers would stop doing. So what are these things? Well, keep watching, because you're about to get a peek behind the curtain.
Treating crew like servants. The crew is there to make your experience as enjoyable as possible, but they're not there to be treated like servants. We've all seen the beautiful smiling faces of the staff walking around, eager to help. However, there's a fine line between asking for assistance and acting as if they're at your beck and call. You might be on vacation, but these employees are working long shifts and are away from their families for months at a time. So when someone yells at them over something small or makes demands in a rude way, it's not just upsetting, it's disrespectful. The truth is, a lot of the crew go out of their way to make sure you have an unforgettable experience, and a little kindness and respect go a long way. A thank you or a smile can really make their day. So let's remember, they're not there to serve, they're there to help, just like any other service professional.
Overpacking. It might sound a little surprising, but the crew has a lot to say about the number of bags passengers bring on board. You'd think packing light would be a no-brainer when you're going on a cruise, right? After all, it's just a few days of fun in the sun. However, many people end up overpacking, bringing huge suitcases filled with stuff they'll never need. And while it's easy to blame cruise ships for their limited cabin space, the crew has to deal with your extra baggage. Not only does this create logistical headaches for them, but it can also slow down the boarding process. It's a little overwhelming for the staff when they have to deal with bags that are too heavy or too many, and frankly, it takes away from the smooth, stress-free experience you're expecting. If you just pack the essentials, it makes life easier for everyone, including you.
4. Interrupting during dinner service. There's something special about cruising, especially when it comes to dining. The crew works hard to serve meals that aren't just food, but an experience. Yet there's one thing that disrupts the flow of a perfect dinner: constant interruptions. Whether it's calling the waitstaff over for an extra napkin or an overly detailed special request, it can throw off the timing for everyone else. Remember, the team is often serving dozens of tables at once, and a minor delay can lead to a ripple effect. While it's completely understandable to ask for something if you really need it, keep in mind that the crew is juggling many tasks at once. They want to make sure you're satisfied, but they also have to ensure everything is running smoothly for all the guests. So try to minimize those little interruptions to help keep dinner flowing smoothly.
Bringing unnecessary drama to the pool deck. The pool deck might be the most popular spot on the cruise, and for good reason. It's a place to relax, have fun, and soak up the sun. However, the crew often has to deal with unnecessary drama when it comes to poolside behavior. Whether it's passengers fighting over deck chairs, kids running wild, or adults ignoring the posted rules, it's a constant challenge for the crew. What's frustrating for them is that most of this could be avoided with a little consideration and courtesy. There's always that one person who feels the need to save an entire row of chairs with their towels only to not return for hours, or someone who's a little too aggressive with the pool games, disturbing others around them. It's all about maintaining balance. If everyone could just play fair, the pool area would stay calm, fun, and enjoyable for everyone. The crew would appreciate that.
Neglecting tips and gratitude? Cruise workers often don't get the recognition they deserve. A lot of their pay comes from tips, and although cruise lines sometimes include service charges, they don't always reflect the full value of the crew's hard work. When passengers don't tip or don't acknowledge the service they've received, it can feel discouraging. The crew is working tirelessly to provide excellent service, and a little gratitude can go a long way. It's a simple act, leaving a tip, giving a smile, or taking a moment to say thank you. These small gestures mean the world to them. After all, they've been away from home for months at a time, and a bit of recognition can really lift their spirits.
Storing valuables in your cabin's safe. Most cruise ships offer cabin safes for your valuables, and that's great. But here's the thing, the crew can't access them if something goes wrong. They're designed to keep your things secure, but they can also be a source of trouble if you forget your combination or lock yourself out. Crew members are there to help with emergencies, but they're not allowed to get involved in any situation where personal property is locked away. So if you're going to use the safe, make sure you can access it when you need to, and definitely don't leave important things locked away without a backup plan. Disrespecting the quiet zones. Many cruise ships have designated quiet zones, places where passengers can go to unwind and relax without the hustle and bustle of the crowds. These areas are often meant for those who want a peaceful environment, like reading or just enjoying a calm ocean view. Yet every now and then you'll encounter people who bring loud conversations, music, or even arguments into these spaces, disrupting everyone's peace. The crew is there to help enforce the rules, but they don't want to be the bad guys telling you to keep it down. So if you're in a designated quiet zone, respect the space and the people around you who are looking for some peace and quiet. 10. Using the elevator to go one floor. We get it. You're in vacation mode, and sometimes you just don't feel like walking. But using the elevator for a quick trip from one floor to the next can be annoying for everyone else, especially the crew. These small trips may seem harmless, but they create unnecessary congestion, especially during peak times. And if you're using the elevator in a busy part of the ship, it's not just about saving a few seconds, it's about being considerate of the crew and fellow passengers. It may sound trivial, but every little thing adds up.
Not following food and drink policies. Cruise ships have specific rules regarding bringing outside food and beverages on board. When passengers try to sneak in their own stash of snacks, alcohol, or other prohibited items, it creates extra work for the crew. The team is responsible for keeping the ship running smoothly, including ensuring safety and compliance with company policies. It's frustrating for them when they have to deal with passengers who don't follow the rules. So, if you're not sure about what you can and can't bring on board, always ask before you arrive. It saves time, stress, and avoids any awkward situations. 12. Disrespecting crew members' personal time. It's easy to forget that crew members, while always available, have personal lives too. They work long hours, often in close quarters with the same people, and many are away from their families for months at a time. So when passengers constantly try to engage them during their downtime or push them to go beyond their job responsibilities, it can become overwhelming. Respecting their personal space and time is key to maintaining a positive relationship. Remember,